You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for November 10th through the 14th. Thomas is mangled and Sammy's fiance is revealed. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Click that subscribe button if you're not already following us. Let's get into it. Monday, November 10th on Days is season 61, episode 56. So Mike Horton is back in town for the big gala, and he does some bonding with Chad. And obviously, you know, he's very upset about what has happened to his son, Thomas, but I don't think it's, you know, going to be life and death kind of stuff. Tate and Holly are working on a project that has the Horton family reminiscing. Looks like they are making some sort of video tribute, and they are gathering stories from the Horton family history. First up in front of their cameras are Marie Horton and Julie Horton. Also, Chad and Jennifer are up at the hospital, and they are absolutely terrified about Thomas being mangled because he got upset, screamed at Chad, and ran out in front of a car, and it looks like he was struck. And Chad was comforting Cat, who had just mentioned about her mom's terrible diagnosis, and this wasn't romantic, it was friendship, but, you know, Thomas and Jennifer both misread it. Plus, Jennifer tells Kayla she is very worried, and it might be about not just Thomas's accident, but the state of his mental health, because he is so upset about the whole Cat thing. Jeremy is pushing Julie and Marie to expose Horton family secrets, and I wonder if that is in the context of this video project. Tuesday, November 11th on Days of Our Lives, season 61, episode 57. We have EJ there to comfort Cat. Not only is she upset about her mom's diagnosis, but she is very upset that Thomas was so angry that he ran out in front of a car. And of course, EJ should be concerned too, because that is his nephew. So I am enjoying the EJ comforting Cat thing. I think we're going to start seeing some sparks soon. Sammy Brady is back to Salem, and she's one of many returns coming this week. She is engaged, and her twin Eric is also back this week, among many others. Maggie spent some time reminiscing with Julie now that they've got lots of old friends back in town. And I wonder if Maggie's going to be part of Tate and Holly's big video project. And Philip opens up to Lucas Horton. And I wonder if they are talking about mama drama and them dealing with Kate Roberts and her usual antics. Plus, Jennifer hits Chad with a threat, and I think it's going to be something on the order of, you better stay away from Cat or else. I still think Jennifer's going to end up taking Thomas to Boston because we know the young actor is leaving soon. And sometimes they have kids just off screen and you don't see him for a good long time, but I do think he might go with grandma out of town. Wednesday, November 12th, Days of Our Lives spoilers for season 61, episode 58. Have Marlena finding everything is just too much to handle. It's just a busy day and she's overwhelmed, and she may have another one of her fainting or weak spells. Abe talks to Lonnie, who is somebody else who's back in town. He's opening up to her about her brother Theo and just all the stresses there. Theo is upset about him tutoring Liam, and Abe is upset about Theo taking the job. And Lonnie tells her dad, Abe, you know, maybe ask yourself why Theo went to Paulina to talk this through instead of coming to you. Plus, Rafe finds out something troubling, and I wonder if this is about the case against EJ or something a little more personal. Also, Sammy's hosting a baby shower for little Trey and his new adoptive parents, Johnny and Chanel. Also this week, Will Horton, who's also back in town, runs into his mom, Sami, at the pub. He sees a ring on her finger and asked if she is engaged, and she nods yes. Also this week, we've got Sami and Eric chatting at the pub, so I'm assuming she'll tell her brother that she's also engaged. Thursday, November 13th on Days of Our Lives, season 61, episode 59. We've got Sami running into EJ, and I wonder if she's going to lay into him over all the stuff that has happened with Johnny and maybe salt the wound by flashing her diamond engagement ring in his face. Not that they were together, but I think Sami may mock him for losing Belle, and she's moved on with her life and all that. Leo and Kat are working towards conflicting goals. Obviously, she's trying to find out exactly what EJ is doing down in the lab and where the money came from. And Leo is looking into things, and they are going to cross each other's tracks and get in each other's way, it sounds like. Marlena has a very sweet moment with Will Horton on Thursday, and Gwen is very keyed up and on edge dealing with a secret mission. And of course, EJ has assigned her to distract Leo, and she was hoping to get him out of Salem so that he would go looking for Dimitri. And also on Thursday is time for the Tom Horton Free Clinic Gala to launch the new medical facility. Jennifer is emceeing and talks about the importance of the hospital and says by opening the free clinic, her grandfather's legacy will continue. Friday, November 14th on Days of Our Lives, we've got season 61, episode 60. So Jack is there to comfort and reassure Jennifer, and I wonder if they are talking about the free clinic and her family, or if Jack and Jen are spending time talking about their concerns about Thomas and about Chad seeming to be cavalier and continuing to be involved with Kat and whether they need to intervene. Maggie has an update for Sarah about Xander, and I wonder if Maggie's going to tell her she, went up to Titan and was going to take things over, but the brothers stuck together. Maybe she'll tell her, obviously whatever went on with them before, everything is copacetic now. Eli has some questions for EJ, and I wonder if it's about Theo. And we have more of the Horton Clinic Gala on Friday. Ariana is there and happy to be on her dad Will's arm at the gala party. This week, we also have Cat Greene looking gorgeous and slinky with curly hair. She's all done up for the gala. And for some reason, she's got her Wuthering Heights book with her as she walks in her evening gown in the square. And I wonder if she's going to run into EJ and they're going to talk about the famous book together. This week also, Kristen DiMera is kidnapped. It looks like she might have been taken out of Statesville prison, but she's still wearing her prison blues, and she's very disturbed, asking, "Where the heck am I?" So back this week, we've got Will Horton, Eli Grant, Lonnie Price, Lucas Horton, Sammy Brady, Mike Horton. We've got Marie Horton, and we've got Julie's brother, Stephen. And we've also got Eric, and maybe some more surprises, but those are all the ones we know. And of course, we just got Dr. Rolfe back. Big, big stuff.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.